Begin takeoff procedure.
So here on the left side, we have Michael. He was on our stream earlier. So I'm working on getting all this ready to go. Oh, well, I'm in the. That's why. Michael's flying. He's on the left. He's flying Fenrau, Talonbane, and a Scout. The room has emptied out quite a bit from the people who were eliminated, so I'm gonna have to talk a little bit quieter. And the title. So one interesting thing here about Michael's list on the left is he has 2 VI AC ships, but they only have single repositioning here. So that's vector tracers. They haven't quite started yet, so I'm still have some time. Anti-pursuit lasers. Time has started. I'm missing something. Is there a harpoonist or something? Oh, there it is. It's auto thrusters. Puts him at 98. And there we go. So we'll be up here with our lists in a moment. I'll be right back. One last thing I gotta adjust. Oops, gotta switch, swap those players around. Zoop. There we go. So that's all set. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back here. This is round 5 of the San Francisco System Open. We have Michael Mauschbaugh. I didn't ask him how to pronounce the last name. Versus Darryl Mcmillon. We actually had Darryl on our stream at Worlds versus Nathan Knight. He played a really solid game, but did lose that game, so he's here for stream redemption. Very similar opening. Actually, no. Sorry. Not similar opening at all. But we'll see what how this transpires here. Again, Michael's biggest tool in his list is the fact that he has that jump master available to get those blocks in. He wants to take away the lanes with blocking, use that intimidation, and make sure he can punish with both of his PS11 ships. Now that PS11 does come into play in this matchup, the fact that he's going to be able to possibly arc dodge and even PS kill some of the ships that that Darryl's brought. So it'll be an interesting matchup. Let's go ahead and get our votes in. Give me a 1 if you think Michael's going to take it, and a 2 if you think Darryl will win. 1 for Michael, 2 for Darryl. Go ahead, put that in the chat now. All right. So it looks like Michael's planning on trying to get a beat on Darryl's movements here. He did have Michael had a close game earlier on stream versus a Dash Poe. So we'll see how this one goes for him. Looks like votes are pretty even right now. And before we get too far, I do want to mention that all of our content today is brought to you by the supporters of the Gold Squadron podcast. Thank you to our patrons, the #1 group that makes all this possible. Thank you so much. If you want to become a part of that awesome group of people, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Our Twitch Prime subscribers and regular Twitch subscribers, thank you for that. You can become a Twitch Prime subscriber for free if you already have an Amazon Prime subscription. It's absolutely free. It's part of your subscription. And all you do is connect your Amazon account to Twitch under your account settings on Amazon, and you click the button on Twitch, and it's free money you're giving away. So thank you to everybody who's taken the time to do that. You guys are awesome. Thank you to Cascade Games for providing everything we need here in order to have a successful stream, power, internet, all those things. Thank you so much. And our sponsor for the weekend is Curled Paw Creatives. Thank you so much for their support for this San Francisco System Open. We do have a promo code for all of our listeners, exclusive for you guys, and the name of the code is Gurry for Life, and that's 4 with a number 4, and that is $5 off a $20 order or more. So go ahead, put that Gurry for Life, and that's because Andrew Knuckles, the president and owner of Curled Paw Creatives, is here at the System Open. He's flying Gurry, and he is currently In an elimination match. He got her into stage 2, trying to go into stage 3. He had a really ugly game earlier. But let's get back into our game here. Looking at positioning, Darryl threw out that bomblet generator with trajectory simulator pretty early, and Michael probably is going to take that bomb no matter what, unless he takes an extra turn to get engaged with Wedge, Kraken, and Nim. He could probably avoid it if he does a 1 bank and then straight after that. No, Wedge is adapted up. All right, so here's the 2 bank. Just skirting away from that bomb. I think ideally you probably go faster with the jump master, but you want to keep him back. Oh, it's interesting. You know, you could use the jump master as bait to see if you can bait out the missiles early, and then Talonbane and Fenrir don't have to worry about them, which it looks like Darryl is going to bite. Now again, that jump master is a huge tool for Michael. If Darryl can take it out early and make sure that it doesn't play a part in this game, I think that's going to give Darryl an advantage, honestly. So target lock is set there. It's definitely in range. Using those World Championship range rulers. Two forward. Now let's talk about modifiers for these missiles. Kraken will fire first, and his ability says after you perform an attack, you can assign. He was the original coordinate. He can give an action to another friendly ship at range 1 to 2. He'll give a focus either to Nim or Wedge, either one. Probably Nim, because Wedge has that proton torpedo, which has that soft focus ability, and changes the focus to the crit. Well, if Wedge bumps here, I mean, if Nim bumps here, he'll coordinate. No, it fits. So that jump master is going to be eating some missiles. Let's see how Talonbane and Fen are going to respond. All right. So Fen anticipating the action's going to be happening there. I wonder if that 2 bank's going to be a little bit too slow. So it checks target lock to Nim and Wedge. Out of range. He sees he'll have a shot at Kraken, but that's a Z95. And though it does hit pretty hard with the one-time harpoon missile, it's only 24 points. So we'll see if that trade actually happens. So taking the target lock offensively. That's a range 3 shot. We'll see what happens here. Talonbane. He might just be in range as well. So both of these are range 3 shots. There's a good chance that Kraken lives through this. All he needs is a couple of evades, maybe even one, just to live on average dice. There's a range 3. All right. Target lock's out there. We are at the start of combat. Or we're at the end of activation. Darryl's going to decide whether or not he wants to blow that bomb up. I mean, the trouble that Darryl got in last time is that he didn't blow a bomb up early, and it was in his way the whole time. We'll see if he lets it blow. I think it's time to let it go, personally. All right, so he elects to keep it. I don't think that's the right decision, because now he's cut off his lane to the left if he wanted to go there. Well, we'll see what the first attack does here. This is either Fen or Talonbane. So 2 hits there. And 2 evades. So that was from Fen because it was at range 3 obstructed. And here's Talonbane. He has a target lock if he wants to use it. And most likely just holds on to that. No, he's going to spend it. Okay. 2 hits. No obstruction there. Eyeball blank and maybe eyeball blank blank. They're a little bit hard to see. Looks like we take a shield there. So 1 shield off Aaron Kraken. Darryl does not mind that exchange. So here we go. Harpoon missiles. Aaron Kraken into the Jump Master. No range bonuses on missiles in first edition. That looks like 4 eyeballs. We're going to spend that target lock. Didn't even get 1 hit there. Has to redo the whole thing. Hit, crit. And guidance chips for another hit. 1 evade. He's going to be taking 2 shields and the harpoon condition. Nope, he spends a focus. So 1 shield in the harpoon condition. Both Wedge and Nim can trigger that harpoon. All right. 2 hits, 2 blanks. Spin the target lock. This is from Nim. And guidance chips. That's 3 hits and a crit. Evade focus. So 2 hits and a crit are going to go through, plus the harpooned. Harpoon gives a card under the shields. And shields are down on there. And another harpoon condition gets applied. The scout could live here. And here comes Wedge. He has to spend the target lock. And nothing. 4 blank. Blank out on that roll. There's no re-rolls there. Just a guidance chip crit. Looks like he was upset. He forgot Aaron Kraken's ability. And it looks like it has a crit. Structural damage there. 1 dice. The crit does hit. And it is a council fire. So I believe the scout is down to 2 hull. And scout's taking a range 3 shot at an unmodified Z95 at range 3. Hit crit. It's a nice natty roll. That crit could come into play. Nope, just a shield coming off. Aaron Kraken still sitting at 2. Now, the fact that this Jump Master lived through all that makes a huge difference. He is about to muck up the works. And again, this is what I was talking about last turn. Darryl not letting that bomb go off, cuts off his ability to do anything like a hard 2. Oh, looks like something has a major hull breach. That might be on Aaron Kraken. He may have taken 1 more damage than I thought. Anyway, so Yeah, like you totally cut off your pass. You make it so that the bombs can't go off. I mean, he probably trajectory simulates here, but thank you to Captain Melici for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. You're awesome. High fives to your hands or feet, whatever. I don't judge. So, Michael still making a couple decisions. He likes to put his dials on his cards, so. Looks like Darryl's almost ready to go. He's deciding on that wedge dial. He knows that the jump master's coming in. Intimidation will come into effect. Intimidation says all ships that are touching a ship that has intimidation, which is on the scout, goes reduces agility by 1. And then you got the EMP device. If those ships are in a spot where they would bump again with the 1 forward, he'll just pop that instead of attacking with the jump master. So I think Darryl's thinking. I mean, he has some tough decisions to make here. Some strategies that he could employ is that if he takes, now mind you, wedge hits harder than Aaron, so if he could somehow get, I don't think Aaron can go fast enough to, like, you want to hit with Aaron first and take away the shot from the jump master and make sure that you get a shot with wedge and Nim onto the jump master. Both players are 4-1. This is an elimination match. All right, Intel Agent, if it's range 2 to wedge, so he's forced to reveal the dial. We couldn't see that. Looks like it's a 2 bank to the right, or a 1 bank to the right. Jump master, 1 forward to victory. Just planning on taking up space. He's flipping down the console fire with his action. I like that move. Alrighty, so we're getting looks like a 3 forward from the. Is that a red maneuver? Is that the 3K? Huh. Trying to fit that 3K in there to see if he can start pursuing the jump master afterwards. Anti-pursuit laser does hit, and that should kill Aaron Kraken. Oh, that's a tough way for Aaron to go out there. So Darryl loses his original coordinate ship. And here's wedge. And he knew that jump master was coming in, so he turns hard 2 away. Flight assist astromech will most likely trigger. Oh, maybe. he might be getting a little bit of that that edge of Talonbane. All right, looks like they're declaring that flight assist will trigger. If Talonbane and Fen went fast, Wedge might not even get a shot. He had one hole left. We had missed one earlier. Shazbot reveals the dial with Nim. We'll probably drop the trajectory simulator here. There it is. And we're looking for the other bomblet. There it is. All right, we get the one bank from Nim. So auto blaster turret will be live on the Scout. The Scout does only have 2 hull left, so throws on a focus there. And Fen comes in fast. He might actually just auto blaster Fen. We'll see what his decision is here. It looks like Darryl's Nim will probably be safe if he gets ioned here. I don't think Nim will hit the rock if he chooses to use the EMP device. Okay, so he's revealing Talonbane and looks like there's a question about the all right, looks like he had switched the dials there or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. 2 forward. Well, they're flying casual. Figured it out themselves. Though, not wrong to ask for a judge if there's a question like that. So he's deciding to barrel roll to the right to avoid the bomb. Sorry, to visual right, but actual left. And Talonbane banks in. He'll be just out of range of that bomb, but have no shot this turn. Curious to know if Wedge is clipping that back corner there. All right, so Darryl's making some decisions here. On bomb explosion, he's probably trying to eyeball whether or not that one in the bottom right is in range. I think you just let it go. You need the board space, and that is in range. Maybe? No, just out. That is going to be just in range of his own Nim. Looks like they're asking to mark it. to double check. Just a bit outside. So going on the jump master, takes one. Yeah, I think at this point with the one hole, you definitely want to shoot that auto blaster turret at the scout, get it off the table before it can do the EMP device. All right, this is 5 dice into wedge. 2 hits only. Wedge has 2 dice. Looks like he's just going to take the 2. This is auto blaster. He has a crit there. He's going to have to spend it in order to guarantee the kill. So that'll kill the jump master, I believe, if our math is right. Just determine if you get that second card or not. You do. So scout's off the table. Dies with a broken laser. And wedge is returning fire here at range 1. So Fenn is going to get 1 less dice. But his Concord down ability still triggers. But he also has his pilot ability, so he's still going to be having... he's still going to have 3 dice. All right, 2 hits at range 1. There's the title. And an evade. Takes no damage. He's going to be hitting this rock next turn. Now it's interesting. We've gotten to a point here. We have 1 ship with the turret, being Nim. Also has bombs. But all of these ships are single reposition or single position with after the template, except for Wedge. He does have the flight assist astromech, but because he's moving at PS 10, I think that flight assist astromech is only going to come into play if he's trying to kind of come back around and find positioning for following turns, or like on a disengage. Because most of his maneuvers, he's going to be pointing at his at Talonbane and Fenn. Darryl doesn't get perfect information on the bombs. He has to make guesses, as both Fenn and Talonbane move at PS 11. Should we start calling it Initiative 11? I gotta get used to that vocabulary. It's tough. Wedge might want to start setting up for a K turn here. Either banking to the left or the right to get that K turn ready. The turn after. Set up for an attack run, some would say. Because I doubt we're going to get... could we get a... Could get a K turn from Fenn, but I don't love the positioning on that. We could get the Talon roll, though, to the left. If he's feeling really ballsy. He's already not getting an action, so... So we're waiting for a Fen dial, it looks like. Darryl's standing very still. Looks like the camera's frozen, but it's not, I promise. There you go, you see Michael moving. So it looks like Darryl asked to take a look at the protectorate dial just to get a little bit familiar with what's on there before he makes his decision. Yes, he can. Yeah, we're just waiting now. Waiting on some dials. All right, Darryl's made a decision, so here we go. So we're dropping the bomb because it's free. Why wouldn't you? We'll see what the maneuver is here. 3 hard to the right. Looks like he's trying to set up the... Oh, he's doing the talon roll. Okay. Set up some blocks and trying to get Michael into bomb hell, it looks like. If he can get blocks plus bombs, that's free damage. I do like that move. And here's Wedge taking that 3 hard turn. Looks like the plan is to try to pin Talonbane in. I do like this move. I'm not sure if after Talonbane moves, he's going to have enough room, but you can definitely try. You set up the target lock for next turn, even if you don't get it. Do we get the block? Oh, no. The hard one just makes it there. He's able to get a target lock on Nim there, set it up for next turn. Now, the Auto Blaster turret is still live, though. Fen does that 2 talon roll, it looks like, unless he does the 2 hard. Let's see what the call here is. 2 hard. And that works, too. I mean, he can go to either direction now the following turn, and he's safe from shots. go good. So we've gotten to the engagement phase. Start using that new vocabulary. Here's our first shot. Auto Blaster turret, 1 hit. And that's going to take a shield off of Talonbane, as Auto Blaster turret is unavoidable. And I think that's our only shot this turn. Getting to the planning phase here. Darryl will most likely not drop a bomb off Nim this turn. That bottom right side is closed off by a previous Nim bomb. With the target lock, we might just see a long K turn out of Talonbane here. He does have a modifier. In Michael's last game, he was not afraid to just fire unmodified shots and just trying to lean into those 5 dice abilities. It's not plugged in.
It's not going?
No.
You're just recording?
No, I mean we're streaming.
Oh.
But my second headset is plugged in.
Not working.
Yeah.
Did Darryl shoot his auto blaster at Talonbane just now?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I can't critique, I also can't ask.
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. So dials are set. Here we go. Sorry about the silence, guys. Got a couple people walking up, talking to me, asking me some questions. So 2 bank here from Nim. Not scared of his own bombs as he can hold them. Now, of course, if Michael gives him a juicy target, he might just let the bomb rip. I've seen plenty of Nim players willing to do that, as Nim does still have 10 health. Barrel rolling. Trying to see if he can get Wedge a shot with a block. All the way back. I don't know if that would get a block. We might just get the K turn out of Talonbane, because Talonbane doesn't have the 1 forward. I think that's what Darryl's trying to block, but Talonbane doesn't have the 1 forward. You would want to go as far forward as possible because you would be blocking the 2 and the 3. So Wedge has an arc down the line, even if Talonbane does decide to do that K turn. Nope. Hard one to the right. So no block. And you know what? Darryl is okay with this, because by not getting these blocks, he's giving Wedge he's giving Nim an opportunity to use that Auto Blaster turret. And Talonbane doesn't have a shot. And now Wedge has a target lock focus shot on Talonbane. This might be the end of Talonbane right here. Hello, non-Roncon. We're watching Mostly Fair First Edition X-Wing. Mostly. So Michael does have barrel roll and boost available to him on Talonbane. Looks like he's trying to eyeball whether or not he would be able to get out of range 1. I don't think he can. That barrel roll is going to keep him in range 1. Range 1 is 2.5 bases. He's practically touching what he's done now, he's given a range 1 shot to Wedge. Yeah, not in love with that barrel roll there. Both these players are 3-1. This is an elimination match going into it. Now, Wedge ability will be active here when he shoots. -1 agility. He's gonna hold the bomb. So we got a range 3 shot, possibly range 2 onto Nim. We'll know about how many dice he rolls here. 2 hits. And it looks like this is probably at Wedge. Range 3. No, you just take that. You just take it. Nim is more expensive. Yep, he took it. All right. Hit crit. On that Auto Blaster turret. So the crit doesn't go through, but Auto Blaster is going to hit for 1. So Talonbane has 3 hole left. Here's a range 1 shot, target lock focus. This could do it. Talonbane's only going to have 1 dice. Here's a target lock. And the focus, that's going to be it. He has 3 hole left. Yeah. So Talonbane will be taken off the board here, and it's Fen Rao against the world. Single action Fen Rao. Yeah, Michael was not able to leverage that PS11 here at the end. Fen has 3 hole left. He took an Auto Blaster shot earlier. Darryl's in the driver's seat now. You know, early on, it really looked well. It looked good for Michael, but Darryl was able to turn it around. I think those 1 hards from Talonbane in giving Nim those couple of shots with the Auto Blaster turret really hurt Michael. I understand what he was trying to do, but at the same time, you know, he was giving Nim shots, so. Oh, it was a rock. Sorry, not Auto Blaster. You're right. All right, so Wedge is going to 4K here and just try to track down Fen Rao. Nim being at 41 points gives Darryl the clear advantage here. 26 minutes left in the round, plus bombs to prevent Fen Rao from really being able to get into range 1. All right, here's Fen, 3-4 to clear that stress from the K turn. And Wedge will have a range 3 shot through a rock. Most likely we're going to get a focus here from Fen Rao to have both range 3, the obstruction, and auto thrusters available to him. Most likely we just get the 1 straight out of Wedge next turn. Just try to keep that arc as wide as possible. All right, so Fen has no shot. Nim is out of range 1. And here's Wedge. Ooh, is it just range 2? And is it obstructed? I think it is. Looks like it was still clipping that edge. Wedge does not have a proton anymore. No, all the missiles are gone. All right, 1 crit. Should easily dodge that. All right, so we're waiting for our next turn. I think we're going to play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie with this this middle rock. Nim's going to want to probably turn around in order to be relevant, because I think he's always going to be on that back side of Fen, and with that rock in the way, he's going to be just outside of range 1. Fen is going to have to do some work here. Really leverage that range 1. He is at PS 11. I think the play here is to be able to PS kill Wedge, and then use your better dial on the Protectorate to try to get into the sides of the side and back, or most of the side, because you don't want to be in the back because of the bombs. The sides of Nim and whittle them down. Still have plenty of time. 20 minutes left. We should be good. Wedge probably wants to block, but I don't know if he can reach. 2 forward is green. If the flight assist hits with the 2 forward, that could do it, but we'll see. Zeke in the chat does point out that if he had dropped the bomblet earlier, he would have had a bomb sitting right there in the middle there for Fen Rao to eat. One bank barrel roll right, Yanni, I think puts you right in range 1 for after a 2 bank. Maybe. That's close. All right, here we go. Dials are down. Let's move some ships. Darryl's just thinking through some of his options. All right, so here's a 2 forward. Yeah, that's gonna keep him clear as long as I think that's probably the best move there. The 2 bank's gonna bump. As looking for flight assist, but that's going to be clipping the edge there. Interesting. We're getting the Talon roll. I think if Darryl was going for the, I guess he's just trying to cut him off at the pass. He can go through this rock. He has plenty of hull. He hasn't taken any damage on that Nim. I'll buy it. I'm in. It's the one hard. That, I think that clips a rock. Maybe that was just like, hey, I was thinking about doing this. I think that's what that was. Okay. So he's going to be getting a block there. Good block with wedge there. So all these players will be playing it out to the bitter end because they decided that for the top 32 prizes, they, you know, that's how it's being decided by MOV. So it'll be decided by top 32 of stage 2 is how the TO here decided to run it. So I believe there's some tokens on the line or something. So, out of Auto Blaster range, this is going to be a primary. He does have target lock. It looks to be unobstructed. 2 hits. Will he re-roll? Yes, he will. We're going to stay with those 2 hits. And those are going to stick. Fenrau's down to 1 hole. Trajectory Simulator is in play this turn. Fen has to be careful going to the left because of that that bomb on the bottom right. Hard 2 keeps you clear, though. And at this point, Michael, I don't know. Again, he had to find a way to take out Wedge, as Wedge is, you know, is bleeding, and try to leverage that PS11. But the power of Nim coming through here. So Wedge and Nim are set. Michael's trying to make a decision here. How to proceed. Nim did spend the target lock. Yes, he rolled blank to blank. We're getting the 4K. Threatening with the arc. We probably get a 2-turn out of Nim, trying to leverage that Auto Blaster, just really creating a no-go zone for Fen. If he goes to the left in any way, that's going to be trouble for Fenrau. 2 bombs plus an Auto Blaster bubble. But then again, I don't. Fenrau would have to go. He only has single positioning. He'd have to go 1 hard barrel roll to the right, I think would get him out of bomb, but then he's facing off with Wedge. I think he's got him here. All right, 3 bank. It creates the same effect. You still have this this triangle of terror here for Fenrau. Takes a hit on the rock. There's the 1 hard talked about. Does he have a boost lane? Nope, he doesn't have any boost lanes. Barrel roll to the right just brings him closer to Wedge. You can barrel to the right as far forward as possible to possibly avoid that bomblet generator. Does the boost fit? And that's super close. Looks like they determined that it does not fit. So here's the barrel roll as far forward as possible. Trying to avoid that bomb. And now Wedge has what looks to be a range 1 shot, no mods, against an unmodified Fenrau. This could be the game. Nim will have to roll one of these bombs against himself. That one's out. So he'll roll 2 bombs, 2 against Nim. That's going to be another shield. And range 1 from Wedge. He's going to have 4 dice. Wedge's ability turns on. Fenrir should only have 2 dice. Oh, Fenrir's ability. So that's why he's going to get another one. So just 1. So he still gets 3 dice. And it's not enough. Thank you to the gentlemen for playing. Everybody, you've been watching round 5 of the San Francisco System Open. Thank you so much. And before we get ready for round 6 here, I do want to tell you about some promotions that we have going on. Well, not us, but our sponsor, Curled Paw Creatives. Let me see if I can grab their logo. Right there, Curled Paw Creatives. Here's a coupon code on their Etsy site. It's Gurry for Life. Andrew Knuckles is here at the San Francisco System Open. He is the owner of Curled Paw Creatives, and he's flying Gurry. So he said, you know what, the coupon code, he's sponsoring today's stream, is going to be Gurry for Life because he's trying to see if he can get Gurry into Stage 3 of the System Open. You can see he has the 2.0 templates all designed, tons of colors available. He also does some custom work. Go ahead, contact him, and get your 2.0 templates today. And again, that is $5 off of a $20 order. You can use Gurry for Life to get that off. And 2.0 templates are done, and 2.0 tokens are on the way, I've been told. So, yeah. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to our Twitch Prime subscribers. Everybody who did that during the match, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our Twitch moderators for being awesome and helping me out. You guys are great. Thank you to Cascade Games, and thank you to all of you for watching. We'll be back here, it looks like, in about... Where's my clock here? There's 11 minutes left in the round. Add 10 minutes for in between. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes. So we'll be back covering round 6 of a System Open. We're going to get you an elimination match. We won't do 2 matches with 2 5-0s just because that's not very entertaining. We're looking for an elimination match. We'll be back. Ryan Farmer is walking up to me looking kind of... My boy.
Hey guys.
Are you?
I am 4-1. I got to win one more.
He's got to win one more.
Win one more.
He wants that invite. He's like, I want it. Oh. We'll be back.